Critique question number 3. What are some of the underlying problems facing the NHL, and how will a growing fan base address those problems? First of all, I'm going to start out with the pros. I thought that this group gave an extremely thorough explanation. They broke it up. It was very easy to understand. They got right to the heart of the problems that are facing the NHL. It was very thought-provoking. It got me thinking as I was reading more into the paper and looking at the PowerPoint. As the presentation progressed, they really took us through a timeline and put it into perspective for us. Moving on to the cons, there was a lot of copy on the PowerPoint, and it kind of takes away from the focus of the presentation, and condensing your information would really streamline your information and be a lot more effective. I liked how Group 3 took information from the case and pinpointed the main issues of player salaries, unprofitable teams, and underexposure. I would have liked to hear more ways of how the NHL was going to combat their struggles. Just to elaborate, the NHL marketing challenges could be a great opportunity for them to reinvent themselves. It could actually be a blessing in disguise for the brand. Currently, the NHL has pledged to unveil an aggressive, very creative, and a non-traditional marketing campaign aimed at rebuilding with fans and sponsors. I agree with the case that it is a campaign built on partnership between the owners, players, and the league. As seen in the case, there was a partnership that has never before been built with the players. Hopefully, this campaign for the first time will change that. Another problem not addressed is the negative perceptions of the NHL that need to be avoided in order to gain fans. Unsophistication in this area may possibly be a reason why it is so hard for them to reach and gain fans in certain demographics. There is also a connection with hockey and lower education levels, as seen in the case study, which is also a negative stereotype that could hurt their chance of gaining a stronger fan base. With an outside source of ESPN.com, Scott Burnside talked about many of the points from this case in detail. From this article, I saw a little more in depth about these marketing challenges. As for the point of underexposure, the NHL is going to have to go above and beyond with signing contracts with ESPN, Fox, and other big-name brand partnerships. With a group of already cynical fans, they will have to push relentlessly to be on big-name shows, late-night appearances, and look towards media buzz with social media and cyber advertising. This is very possible with our current technology, even though a lot of people in their marketing industry are probably pretty skeptical of the NHL's potential. With the fear that this new campaign may simply mask their larger underlying problems and will also require a large budget to implement. The case shows in several charts, with football as the top regional sport in the U.S., that the NFL is also impacting their underexposure. Is there really room for the NHL in American sports? Even with hockey as a top 5 sport, studies have actually shown that many Americans aren't really interested in watching hockey. In contrast, there may be a better strategy to focus on marketing in Canada, because hockey is a regional sport there backed up by already established roots. It should also prove to be a big struggle, getting all the clubs in the U.S. to improve their business practices consistently. They will need the support of all their NHL cities, owners, players, and fans on and off the ice to really make a comeback. Because the NHL is such a unique sport with such a loyal fan base, growth is definitely possible. And on to question 4 with John.